Hi, it's Sharon with Soups and So On. And I'm not going to make the soup today, I'm going to make salsa. I've made this salsa for over 50 years. This salsa has gone to baby showers, to bridal showers, to birthday parties, to graduations, to funerals. Or not to funerals, but the meal afterward. I've made it and I've had a lot of people ask me for the recipe. It's so simple, I don't know why people buy salsa. Well, you know, I guess I do. Convenient. But I'm going to show you how I make it. And I kind of go through this fast in order not to draw this all out. I've got my onion chopped, I've got my cilantro trimmed. I like to trim as much of the stem off as possible. Got my garlic here ready and my little seasonings. But I'll have the recipes written below if you want to get the exact recipe. And what I do now, I measure out all these ingredients and I do it like 20 times the ingredients, and I put it in a shaker can and keep it in the freezer because I make it so much then I don't have to measure out these ingredients each time. So that's what I do now. I've done that actually for years. But I used to take this into my job all the time. For the first years of my marriage, I was a stay-at-home mom, which I'm so thankful for that. There was no better job in the world than being a stay-at-home mom. But years later, and when my children were up and grown, it became necessary for me to go to work. The state put my husband on disability, so I had to go to work. And I got a job at DPS, which is Arizona's Highway Patrol. Best job in the world. I loved it. And I worked, most of my career was in a small office with a lieutenant and 4 sergeants. And they spoil me rotten, and I in turn spoil them rotten. I took in food all the time. And this is one of the things that I took in the most, is my salsa. And I'll never forget Randy one day after the salsa, after bringing in salsa, he said he went home that night from work and went to kiss his wife, his beautiful Chris. And Randy said, she said, when he was still 5 feet from her, she said, "Sharon brought salsa into the office today, didn't she?" Well, yeah, she did. But, you know, I use a little bit of garlic here, and that's what it's all about. So I start out with a can. It's a 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes. And I add about a half a can of water to the blender container. And then I add, this is about, this is a pretty good half a cup full of diced onions. Probably a little bit of a rounded half a cup. I've got a half a teaspoon of salt. And the rest of, let me put this in. This is my crushed red peppers, and that's a tablespoon of crushed red peppers. Then these other 4 ingredients are all a quarter of a teaspoon. There's cumin, there's oregano, there's pepper, and there's that Greek seasoning again that I love. Then I've got 3 cloves of garlic. Now, Chris, now you know why you could smell Randy from 5 feet away. It's because that's 3 cloves of fresh garlic. Get all that in. Of course we gotta get all that in. And there's the cilantro. Stuff that in. I'm gonna give it a couple little twirls on the blender. If you like yours chunky, just do it once or twice. If you like it more liquid, let it go a few minutes, or not a few minutes, a couple seconds. There it is, you guys. There's the salsa. That's how easy it is. So many of you when I wasn't working, when I was a stay-at-home mom, a lot of the neighborhood children stayed at my house. Some of them I'd put them on the afternoon bus to kindergarten, and some I'd go meet the bus and bring some more to my house. That was in the days of half a day kindergarten. It was very hard for some of the working moms to pick up the kids, so I was kind of the neighborhood babysitter. And I went to a 50th wedding anniversary party of old neighbors that lived here years ago, and one of their sons came up to me, Ryan, and he remembered, he talked about my salsa and my iced tea. And so I've had several of you ask for this, so here it is. Now, don't buy salsa in the store, just make it. It's so good. I can compete with Garcia's any day. Try it. Let me know how you like it. Thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and tell your friends. Till next time, it's Sharon with Soups